Welcome back to Fight the Flat Earth, the channel where stupidity will not be tolerated, unless I want to show you someone being stupid. Like the next guy, Flat Out Hero, a globe-denying YouTuber who thought it would be a good idea to pick a fight with a professional pilot about flight charts, and seems to have forgotten how to take off his sunglasses when he's indoors. If I come across one of these cretins and I'm going to do a video about them, I usually think it's a good idea to take a look at their first video and kind of get first impressions.
I intend to bring forth heaven on earth. I intend to become a leader for people through enlightenment and wisdom that I gain with the knowledge I receive. I intend to become limitless in my abilities, and I intend to be successful in everything I attempt to do. This note of intent is signed in my own blood, and it solidifies the truth of these words.
Wow.
We're living on a disk, floating through space, with a tiny sun.
So, Flat Out Hero, you think you can debunk all of science? I guess you must have a pretty good idea about how things work, right?
We all know that the earth is a ball, right? Over there's north, that way, east, west, south. Alright, so if I turn the compass when it's on a flat surface, you can spin the entire compass all the way around, and it slowly points that way. Wait a minute. Okay, but the North Pole should be not directly below me, because I'm in Arizona in the United States. So it should be, to the downward over here, downward over there, downward over here, downward, anywhere around, but at a downward angle, right? Huh. Imagine that. If I try to turn the compass, a little bit. What's it doing? Where'd north go, guys? Hey. One of these directions should be pointing at the true north. But as you can see, it is not. No, I know the North Pole cannot be way over there. There's no way. The ball drops off. There's a curve. There's the friggin' ISS out there. There's a bunch of satellites out there. There's not the North Pole out there. The curve of the Earth. It goes off into space at some point. But you turn the freaking compass, and it is so dang accurate and so pinpoint precise that it will only make a reading if it's on a completely flat surface.
Okay, so you might understand some things, but I guess you don't understand compasses, because they don't point directly towards the North Pole. They follow the flow of the Earth's magnetic field, which is generated by our spinning molten iron core. Right, so he doesn't understand scientific concepts. Well, maybe he's kind of watched some scientists and tried to understand.
Hey, Neil deGrasse Tyson, how is the Earth gonna have a center of gravity at the center of it and also be shaped like a pear? How does that work? Either down is to the middle of Earth, or down is at the bottom of the globe, to make it a little chubby. How does that work? I don't know either.
Oh, for God's sake. Right, this again. Yes, Neil deGrasse Tyson said that the Earth is an oblate spheroid, and it's slightly chubbier at the bottom. But you can't see it. The oblateness and the chubbiness is so small that it's completely imperceivable. So here is a picture of a perfect sphere, and this is a picture of an oblate spheroid. Perfect sphere, oblate spheroid. See, the difference is so small that the center of gravity is still towards the middle. Right, so he doesn't have the best understanding of scientific concepts in general, but surely he can't be saying all this stuff if he hasn't at least done some, meticulously planned and crafted experiments, right? Should we have a look at one of his experiments? What? I mean, is he confused about the lighter being bigger when it's closer?
Okay, one last time. These are small, but the ones out there are far away.
In the description of the video of that experiment, he talks about perspective. I wonder if he actually knows what perspective is. Because this is the actual law of perspective. The law of perspective says A equals 2 arctan times G over 2r, where A is the angular size of the object, G is the actual size of the object, and R is the distance to the object. Using this formula, we can tell how big things will appear based on how far away they are. It's not hard, it's math. You can do it yourself if you try. So you probably know Flat Out Hero from his $100,000 challenge, where he challenged anyone to plot a route on a map, starting at a point, going a distance, turning 90 degrees, going another distance, turning 90 degrees again, and going back to the start point. He wanted you to plot this on a flight chart and, show that it was flyable. The problem is that in his feeble little brain, he thinks that maps are the same as photographs and are therefore exact representations of reality. Of course, we know that's not true because maps are based on projections of the globe. That didn't stop 2 people sending in submissions to his challenge, the first being Wolfie6020, a professional pilot from Australia, and the other being MC Toon, who is... Well, I've no idea, but he seems like a really nice guy. In the original video of the challenge, Flat Out Hero was very specific about using flight charts that pilots use. So Wolfie did, and he followed his specifications to the letter, and this was Flat Out Hero's response.
When we're looking at the definition of chart, there's a specific way you use words in a sentence. Was I using it as a verb? Was I talking about charting? No. I was using it under its noun definition.
Then Flat Out Hero moved the goalposts by demanding it be done on flight charts that only he says are okay, and showed a website of a chart that would be okay. Wolfie replied with the flight charts that Flat Out Zero said were okay, but then Flat Out Hero showed he was the worst football ref ever and moved the goalpost again, demanding it be done on printed out flight charts and demanding to be taken on a private flight to prove what Wolfie is saying is true. Wolfie doesn't even want the money, he was going to give it to a children's hospital. But whilst all this was going on, MC Toon also submitted his answer to the challenge.
The flyover starts with London to Hong Kong, where we have a 90-degree turn towards Johannesburg. Another 90-degree turn at Johannesburg, northwest, towards London. And we arrive back in London where we started.
But Flat Out Hero stuck some bits of paper to an orange and said this shows that MC Toon was wrong. Go figure. This was about the time that I came on the scene, and I challenged Flat Out Hero to a debate on my channel, which was going to be moderated by the incredibly insane Flat Out. The linky doodle's just up there. If you haven't subscribed to him, then you really should do. He's a flat earther that I'm incredibly terrified of, and he's funny as hell. But then, come the time of the debate, this happened.
Hoo-hoo! Well, we're still hunting. We are looking, trying to find the missing, he who shall not be named. Flat Out Hero, thanks for sucking it up again on behalf of the Flat Earth movement. You have represented us so well again. Wanker doodle, wanker doodle, wanker doodle.
About 10 minutes after the broadcast finished, he started messaging me saying that he was ready to debate now, which to me shows he was terrified to do it with a moderator. So we agreed to debate the next day on my channel. Then this happened.
No, I'm not using no fucking link. I'm not going to his room here.
So he wussed out of a debate with a moderator, and then, because I said I was going to be in charge of the debate on my channel, he tried to change the location. Anyway, we'll go through the debate in a minute, but just listen to this.
Are you denying that you said the one that gets them where it's going? Are you denying you said that?
Yeah, I'm denying that. I said
The only navigational maps that pilots can use to navigate. The only ones that actually get them where they're going.
Nowhere in his original video does it say that people have to print out a bunch of charts and stick them together and do the route on there. Wolfie did exactly as he asked, MC Toon did exactly as he asked. At the moment there's talk of court cases with Wolfie constantly asking for his lawyer. And then Flat Out Hero releases a video implying that Wolfie is in jail.
I'm wearing a striped shirt. Why? Does that hold any significance?
But then, just as he did that, Wolfie released another video completing his challenge on paper charts.
The distance from the North Pole to the 85 latitude line, which you can see there, that is the distance. So we're going from the North Pole directly south until we hit 85 north latitude. We then make a 90-degree turn so that we are now traveling east. And what we're going to do is follow that latitude line the same distance that we traveled from the North Pole. And we reach this point here, where we make another 90-degree turn and travel back to the North Pole.
I'm going to go through the debate quickly, but first I want to say that I kind of lost my temper and said a lot of really horrible things to him.
You're a complete and utter waste of space. You are. There's a tree somewhere converting carbon dioxide into oxygen. You need to go and fucking apologize to it because it is wasting its time.
My wife said that I should apologize for saying those things, so if anyone speaks to my wife, tell her that I apologized. Anyway, during the debate, we had a deal that if I could answer one of his questions, then he would delete his channel. I answered the question, and then we asked the audience if they think I answered the question. This is what they said.
for example,
Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, have I answered his question? Yes or no?
Of course they're going to say that.
And if they say yes, you have to delete your channel.
Bro.
If they say yes, you have to delete your channel. If you say yes, you have to delete your channel. And also, you need to pay. You need to pay Wolfie, as I've proven you wrong with that as well. Yes, yes, yes.
Well, if you were fucking proven anyway, you're wrong.
Hell yes, yes. I believe you have. Yes, yes. Oh yeah, actually, you need to pay Toon as well. Planner Rock's absolutely right. You need to pay both of them, most definitely. Oh yes.
Yet his channel is still here. That's wrong, right? Let's see how many other things he got wrong during the debate.
Right?
Nobody upside down.
It's not going to increase the distance that the ship is away.
This photograph fucking taken of a landscape was fucking 273 miles.
And what was the height of that photograph? Of course, it matters what the height is. How wide is Copernicus's crater?
50 miles wide.
Do you see where? Look, it's over
There's
water.
land underneath it. All you can see underneath it is land. Where's the land?
Look, it's not over land right now. Look, this shows where it is. Sorry, did you just say that the moon orbits the Earth once a day?
Yes.
So after I proved him wrong a bunch of times, I was having a bit of rant at him and he decided to rage quit on the conversation. This is how him trying to hang up on me went.
Prove that he can do it from anywhere on the ball, because if it is a ball,
Wolfie's proved it in like 4 different videos. Wolfie fucking proved it. If that shit went to the ball, which I hope it fucking does, I hope it does, you would have to pay it and the court costs. Right?
Right, I'll win. Anyway, so fucking, Wolfie, in order...
So Flat Out Hero, you've been destroyed by Conspiracy Cats on the Non Sequitur Show, by me on my channel. You owe 2 people $100,000. I think you've been smashed. That's one Flat Earther thoroughly destroyed. Come back next week and see me take on the Mind of God, who, even after I beat him in debate on the Non Sequitur Show, he posted a video still saying that he thinks he's right, and he's wrong. And we can't have people being wrong on the internet now, can we? I've been Craig. Remember, stupidity is not a right. Fight the flat earth.
We're living on a disk, floating through space, with a tiny sun.
Deep Did you guys enjoy that? I really hope so, because I enjoyed making it. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss anything, and click on these videos because they've also got me in. Woo!